9 out of 10 drivers make at least one of these mistakes at the pump, and on an ordinary car, most cost nothing. On a Porsche, they cost real money. A saturated vapor system from 3 careless clicks, a fuel pump cooked by a habit from your first car, an engine quietly pulling back its own performance because of what went in the tank. Here is the complete list, counted down to the mistake that kills the most Porsches, and it happens before the nozzle ever touches the car. Number 16. Refueling with the engine running. We start with the hurry mistake. Fueling with the engine running. A running engine is an ignition source next to an open fuel system, and the risk around gasoline vapor is never zero. There is also a Porsche-specific reason to shut down. With the engine running, the fuel system is pressurized and the vapor management hardware is active, inviting conditions it was never designed to handle during refueling. The car is engineered to be fueled asleep, not awake. Add the practical layer, a climate system pulling fumes into the cabin and engine bay heat pouring out right where vapor rises. The rule costs 5 seconds. Switch off, then fuel. Every chapter that follows builds on this simple discipline of treating fuel with respect. Next, a habit that sparks real danger. Number 15. Climbing back in the car mid-fill. Here is the mistake fire departments actually document: getting back into the car mid-fill, then touching the nozzle again. The danger is static electricity. Sliding across a seat, especially in dry weather, charges your body like a balloon on a sweater, and grabbing the metal nozzle can release that charge as a spark, centimeters from gasoline vapor. Pump fires on camera almost always share one sequence. Driver gets back in, gets back out, touches nozzle, flash. The fix is comically simple. Stay outside the car while fueling. If you must get back in, discharge yourself afterward by touching bare metal on the body, away from the filler, before touching the nozzle again. That one touch drains the charge harmlessly. While we are here, leaving the nozzle latched while you wander into the shop belongs on the same list, because an unattended fill on a low sports car is how overflows meet paintwork. Stand with your car. Sometimes the danger arrives by tanker truck. Number 14. Fueling. While the tanker is there. Pull into a station and see a tanker parked over the filler covers, hoses down, unloading. Keep driving. This is the most invisible mistake on the list. Underground tanks collect sediment, rust, and water over the years, settled harmlessly at the bottom. A tanker delivery stirs the contents like a spoon in a teacup, lifting years of debris into suspension. And for the next stretch, the pumps serve that mixture. Station filters catch much of it, and much is not all. A Porsche's fine injector tolerances and high-pressure hardware are exactly the wrong place to send the leftovers, and the whole problem is avoidable by fueling elsewhere and letting the sediment settle. The standing rule, tanker on the forecourt, means fuel somewhere else today. Cheapest fuel system protection that exists, and 90% of drivers have never heard of it. Quiet stations hide their own fuel problem. Number 13. The dead station problem. The tanker chapter has a mirror twin, the station that never gets a tanker at all. Gasoline is a fresh product. It ages and loses its edge over weeks, and modern blends age faster still. A busy station turns its tanks constantly, so its fuel is always recent. A sleepy backroad station may be serving fuel that has sat far longer than anyone would like, degrading and collecting moisture. Your Porsche notices before you do, and what marginal fuel costs is the sharpness you bought the car for. The protective habit costs nothing. Buy fuel where fuel sells. Busy name brand stations with high turnover. Save the atmospheric little station for the photograph, not the fill. And this chapter matters twice for Porsche owners, because these cars often sit for weeks, so the fuel's aging clock keeps running in your own tank. Starting that clock with old fuel gives the problem a head start. Fresh in? Always. Detergents decide what your engine eats next. Number 12. Ignoring fuel quality and detergents. Not all gasoline of the same octane is the same product, and this chapter is where the difference reaches your engine. Gasoline is a base fuel plus an additive package, and the detergents are where brands differ. Quality fuels carry enhanced packages that keep injectors clean. Bargain fuels often carry the legal minimum. On direct injection engines, exactly what modern Porsches run, deposit fouling degrades the precise spray patterns the engine depends on, so gradually you never notice the day it happened. The fix is one of ownership's cheapest upgrades. Quality stations with certified enhanced detergent standards consistently, because detergents work by keeping surfaces clean, tank after tank. The price difference is pocket change against walnut-blasting carbon out of an intake. Think of it like oil. Nobody puts bargain oil in a Porsche, yet drivers cheerfully pump bargain fuel through injectors machined finer than a human hair. Same logic. Feed it properly. Let me say one thing and then I will not bring it up again. I have gathered these secrets and much more in a book over theporschegeek.com if you want it. It's in the comments and on the right side of the screen. That's all, let's us go further with the video. Number 11. Cheaping out on octane. Now the chapter where saving $3 costs horsepower, octane, and why the requirement on your fuel flap is not marketing. Octane measures a fuel's resistance to detonating early. Porsche engines run high compression and, on the turbo cars, serious boost. Conditions low-octane fuel cannot survive gracefully. Feed one regular gasoline and the knock sensors protect the engine by pulling timing and richening mixtures. The car quietly detunes itself. Less power, worse economy, hotter running, babysitting fuel it was never designed to drink. And that is the good scenario. An engine spending its life leaning on its safety systems instead of performing. So follow the number on the flap, every tank. When premium is scarce, drive gently until proper fuel is available. Your Porsche will protect itself either way. The point of the requirement is that it should never have to. Numbers change meaning when you cross borders. Number 10. The octane translation. Trap here is the mistake that catches well-informed owners the moment they travel. Octane numbers do not mean the same thing everywhere in the world. Two measuring systems exist. Europe and most of the world post RON figures, while North America posts AKI, an average number several points lower for the same fuel. So 98 RON at home and 93 on an American premium pump are close cousins, while a traveller who sees 91 abroad and assumes it matches home is comparing two different scales. This mistake hides inside confidence. The driver knows octane matters, reads the number carefully and still feels wrong, because nobody said the scale changed at the border. Rentals, imports, track trips abroad and relocations are exactly where it bites. The protection. Know both numbers for your car from the handbook and flap and abroad. Buy the highest posted premium and drive gently. 1 minute of translation and a whole category of quiet engine stress disappears from your travels. Ethanol writes the next expensive warning. Number 9. The ethanol trap right next to the octane mistake sits a nastier one. The wrong ethanol blend, and it matters double if your Porsche is not a young car. Modern pumps offer blends from standard E10 up to E85, sometimes on the same dispenser. One careless grab apart. Modern Porsches tolerate E10 fine. E85 belongs only in vehicles built for it, and a Porsche is not one. Ethanol carries less energy, demands different calibrations, and in concentration attacks, fuel system materials never chosen to resist it. For classic and air-cooled Porsches, even everyday ethanol deserves respect. It attracts water and can be unkind to rubber lines, seals and tank coatings engineered before blended fuel existed. Vintage owners do well to seek ethanol-free fuel, store with full tanks, and keep fuel fresh. At the pump, the rule is 30 seconds of attention. Read the handle, confirm the blend, then fuel. On this topic, common and expensive are the same word. Miracle bottles promise everything, deliver almost nothing. Number 8. The additive aisle trap. Between the station door and the register stands a shelf of bottles promising miracles. Here is what your Porsche actually needs from that shelf. Almost nothing. Quality fuel already contains a professionally engineered additive package, dosed and tested against the deposits engines actually form. A random miracle bottle does not upgrade that chemistry. At best, it duplicates it expensively, and aggressive products can upset the balance. Octane booster bottles deserve special skepticism. The real-world gain is usually a fraction of a point, sold to solve a problem the correct fuel solves completely. There are legitimate exceptions, and they are boring. A reputable injector cleaner occasionally on a high-mileage car, or a proper fuel stabilizer before storage, which for seasonal Porsches is genuinely worthwhile. The pattern to reject is the ritual. A bottle in every tank, hope as a maintenance strategy. Spend the additive money on one extra oil change instead. That one actually works. One wrong nozzle ruins an entire engine. Number 7. The misfuel, rare but ruinous. This mistake happens in 3 distracted seconds and can consume a week. The misfuel. It sounds impossible until you see how it happens. A household with a diesel SUV and a petrol sports car. A rental returned yesterday. A phone call at the pump. Diesel-era Porsche SUVs and petrol Porsches lived in the same garages, and muscle memory does the rest. Nozzle sizing prevents some combinations, and a distracted moment defeats the rest. Know the severity script. Petrol into a diesel is the catastrophic direction, stripping the lubrication diesel systems depend on. Diesel into petrol is less apocalyptic and still a full drain and clean. In every version, the difference between an afternoon and a 5-figure invoice is one decision. If you realize the mistake, do not start the engine. Not to move it 1 meter. Fuel that has not been pumped through the system is a recoverable problem. The prevention survives every distraction. Read the handle, read the flap, then fuel. Every tank, every car, everywhere. Spilled drops attack more than your pride. Number 6. Spills, drips, and your paintwork. A splash of fuel down the flank evaporates in a minute and leaves a Porsche problem behind. Gasoline is mildly hostile to the very finish you wax. Fuel spills soften and stain clear coat, and repeated spills in the same spot. The classic drip line below the filler gradually dull the paint. On a daily hatchback, nobody notices. On a finish you detail by hand, a cloudy streak below the fuel door is a flaw you will see every time you walk up to the car, forever. The prevention is technique. Do not force fills to the last drop, which is where drips come from, and this foreshadows the next chapter's bigger sin. Withdraw the nozzle with a pause over the filler, let it finish dripping, then rotate it upright. Keep a microfiber in the door pocket, and if fuel hits paint, wipe promptly rather than letting it dry in the sun. The deeper habit underneath, fuel attentively, not on autopilot. Paint is simply where inattention shows first. That little cap guards a whole system. Number 5. The cap, the click, and the phantom warning light. The least glamorous component in this countdown, the fuel cap, guardian of an entire emission system and creator of 1,000 unnecessary warning lights. Your Porsche's evaporative system is sealed, and the car actively tests that seal. A loose or cross-threaded cap breaks it, and the check engine light appears often a day later, long after you forgot the fill. The classic phantom fault, ending with a technician tightening a cap. On capped cars, tighten until it clicks. On capless systems, keep the flap and seal clean and fully closed, and be gentle with aftermarket funnels. Beyond the warning light, an unsealed filler lets vapor escape and moist air wander in, undermining the fresh sealed fuel this whole list protects. If that light appears right after a fill-up, check the cap first, reseat it, and give the car a few drive cycles to retest and clear. If it persists, then it has earned the diagnostic visit. Most of the time, the fix was the click you skipped. Parking empty quietly rusts your fuel system. Number 4. Storing the car on a low tank. Here is the mistake Porsche owners specifically make because Porsches spend weeks parked, putting the car away with a nearly empty tank. An empty tank is not empty. It is full of air, and air carries moisture. As garage temperatures swing, that moist air condenses on the tank's inner surfaces, and every swing breathes more humid air in. Water accumulates, sinks below the fuel, and gets to work. Corrosion in classic metal tanks, phase separation risk with ethanol blends, and a fuel pump sitting in the worst of it, because the pump drinks from the bottom. The fix costs one stop on the way home. Park it full. A full tank leaves almost no airspace, meaning almost no condensation cycle. And for seasonal storage, full tank plus a quality stabilizer is the complete recipe. The discipline reframes refueling. The fill before parking matters more than the fill before driving. 90% of drivers have it backwards, and the biggest example of that backwards thinking is still ahead. 3 extra clicks cost real Porsche money. Number 3, topping off after the click. The nozzle clicks off. The tank is full, and 90% of drivers squeeze again. Round up the price, fit in one more splash. Those extra clicks are among the most expensive habits at the pump, and on a Porsche they aim at a genuinely costly system. The automatic shut-off fires when the tank reaches its designed full level. The space above is not wasted room. It is engineered expansion space protecting the evaporative system, whose carbon canister breathes fuel vapor, never liquid. Force extra fuel in after the click, and liquid gets pushed exactly where it must never go, into the vapor lines and toward the canister, and a soaked evaporative system on a Porsche is a properly unpleasant invoice for a habit that bought you half a litre of gasoline. Overfilling also wets the filler neck and produces the burps and drips the paint chapter warned about. The rule is the easiest one in this entire video. First click, done. Hang up the nozzle. The even number on the pump display was never worth anything anyway. Your range display is quietly lying too. Number 2. Trusting the range display. 201 digital habit stands between you and the number 1 mistake. The range display and the modern driver's faith in it. That number is an estimate, recalculated constantly from your recent driving. Change the conditions, a headwind, a climb, a heavy right foot, cold weather, and the miles evaporate faster than predicted. The drivers who get stranded rarely ignored the gauge. They trusted it to the last digit, treating a prediction like a promise. And the deeper problem is what that trust license is. Range display confidence is how drivers talk themselves into the chronic low-tank habit the next chapter crowns. The display says 30 miles, so you push on. It becomes 15, then 8, and now your Porsche is cornering on fumes, fuel sloshing away from the pickup in every fast bend, the pump gasping at air. The rule: treat the last quarter of the display as fiction. Fuel by the gauge, not by the countdown, and never plan a route around the final bar. The display estimates. The pump at the bottom of your tank pays for the errors. Running on fumes remains the biggest killer. Number 1. Arriving. On fumes. And here it is, number 1, the mistake that happens before refueling even begins. Running your Porsche to the bottom of the tank as a habit, arriving at the pump on fumes. Understand what lives in your tank. The fuel pump, submerged on purpose because gasoline is its coolant and lubricant. Run the tank low and the pump runs hot and exposed, cavitating as it snatches at the dregs, doing its hardest work at exactly the moment there is the least fuel to cool it. And modern Porsche fuel systems stack the stakes higher. The high-pressure hardware feeding direct injection depends on clean, consistent, bubble-free supply, and fumes are none of those things. Now add everything this countdown taught you about the bottom of a tank. Sediment settles there, water sinks there, the ethanol chapter's moisture ends up there. Running to empty means drinking from that floor through the finest tolerances on the car. And the failure mode is crueler than wear, starvation under hard cornering, and a pump that finally dies, without appointment, exactly where you least want to arrange a flatbed. The rule that retires this mistake forever. A quarter tank is empty. Refuel at a quarter and the pump stays cool and submerged, the sediment stays settled, and your fuel system lives its whole life drinking from the clean middle of the tank. So run the perfect stop because you now know all 16 chapters of it. Arrive with a quarter tank, not on fumes. Skip the tanker station. Choose the busy one with quality fuel. Engine off. Stay with the car. Read the handle. Correct octane. Correct blend. Fill to the first click, not a squeeze more. Protect the paint. Seat the cap to the click. And before the car sleeps for the week, tank full. The whole ritual costs nothing, and from today, you are no longer part of the 90%.